Former U.S. Vice President Mike Pence has been subpoenaed by the special counsel, leading investigations into classified documents found at former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence and efforts to overturn the 2020 election result. ABC News reported Thursday that Pence was issued the subpoena by special counsel Jack Smith, though the nature of the request was not immediately known. The action follows months of negotiations involving federal prosecutors and Pence's lawyers. And on Friday, a Justice Department official told Reuters the FBI conducted a consensual search at Pence's Indianapolis residence after classified documents were discovered at his house last month. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland named Jack Smith as special counsel in November, shortly after Trump said he would seek the Republican nomination for president again in 2024. The first probe involves Trump's handling of highly sensitive classified documents he retained at his Florida resort after leaving the White House in January 2021. The second investigation is looking at efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election's results, including a plot to submit phony slates of electors to block Congress from certifying Democrat Joe Biden's victory. Grand juries in Washington have been hearing testimony in recent months for both investigations, from many former top Trump administration officials. Former National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien, who has been asserting executive privilege to avoid providing information to prosecutors, was also subpoenaed, according to ABC, citing sources familiar with the matter.
The Republican-controlled State House of Representatives approved 2 bills, which passed the Republican-majority Senate on Wednesday and will now head to DeSantis' desk for his signature. State lawmakers are holding a special session to advance several bills at the urging of DeSantis, who has built a national profile by stoking conservative anger as he weighs challenging former President Donald Trump for next year's Republican presidential nomination. Last year, DeSantis used taxpayer money to fly dozens of South American migrants from Texas to the wealthy enclave of Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, saying he was responding to the federal government's failed immigration policies.
And yes, we will help facilitate that transport for you to be able to go to greener pastures.
The move, decried as a political stunt by Democrats and advocates for immigrants, raised legal questions because none of the migrants had been in Florida. Friday's migrants bill would explicitly allow DeSantis to transport migrants from anywhere in the country, saying money spent on flights in the past is deemed approved, which could help defend the governor against lawsuits and claims of misuse. Republican lawmakers also approved a bill strengthening DeSantis' election police force, which was created last year in the wake of former President Donald Trump's false claims that the 2020 election was stolen.
Today we're rallying for Governor DeSantis!
In another win for DeSantis, lawmakers on Friday also approved legislation to give him effective control of the board that oversees development in and around Walt Disney's Central Florida theme parks. The action is seen as retaliation for the company's opposition last year to a DeSantis-backed bill limiting classroom discussions of LGBTQ issues. Critics have labeled it the Don't Say Gay law.
104 hours of living hell. That's what a rescue worker called it. A 40-year-old woman, Zeynep Kahraman, has been stuck under this mountain of concrete in Kirakan, Turkey, since the earthquakes hit. This is a story of survival, as told through her family and the German and Turkish rescue teams Reuters journalists have been following. Zeynep is inside this hole. It's currently Thursday. It's been 4 days already. In addition to the pain, dehydration, and hunger, she has to deal with the ear-splitting sound of jackhammers and machinery constantly overhead.
Zeynep is lying over here, around about 1.5 meters in this direction. I can see her breathing, I can talk to her in response. In such a thing like this, we give her a drink and we can talk to her. And so we try to comfort her and to give her a little bit relief while they are working up there.
Outside is her sister, Zubide, and one of the German rescue dog handlers, Tamara Ryer. Zubide was just in the hole, trying to comfort her sister. We watched her faint shortly after. And it's not just Zeynep missing.
4 gündür burada uykusuz bekliyoruz. 2 gün zaten kimse yok.
We haven't slept for 4 days. The first 2 days, no one was here.
Umarım yeğenleri,
Now everything is better.
kuzenleri ve
I hope my cousins and brother-in-law and sister will be saved alive.
sağ salim çıkar.
Ja, also man muss tatsächlich sagen,
This woman is amazing. I really have to admire this woman.
ich ziehe meinen Hut vor dieser Frau.
She has been under the debris for such a long time.
Sie ist
And
wirklich
she's tough, and that's good.
so. Ne? In der Trümmerschicht natürlich zu
We're
motivieren.
attempting to motivate her under the debris so she knows we're on our way. She obviously can hear us working, but the social support is very important.
Natürlich extrem wichtig, ne? Das ist dunkel.
It's dark down there, it's not nice, and we're trying our best to make her feel somehow fine, as best as possible under the circumstances.
Entsprechend.
Night has fallen. Again, it's going into Friday. There's been progress, but is it enough? This is slow going. The German team has been at it for 50 hours now. Dr. Benno Riehl is one of them.
Wir sind jetzt über ihr und
We're now right above her and can now access her from the top
an ihr dran.
and from the side. This means that a doctor has been able to get to her a bit and feel her there, as far as his arm could reach in.
Bis sie berühren konnte.
The good thing is that he can now touch her. She felt it, and this will give her a bit of strength.
Ja.
Friday's here, 104 hours later, and finally, the moment everyone has been working towards. Zeynep is freed. Her eyes are shielded from the sudden sunlight. Her sister embraces one of the team.
Wir sind einfach alle erleichtert. Wir sind sehr erleichtert. Die Frau, die
We are all just so relieved. We are so relieved. The woman pulled through. She didn't give up. We are all so grateful that she's lying in this ambulance now. I have no words.
Da fehlen einem die Worte.
Like the estimated 24 million people in Syria and Turkey hit by these disasters, Zeynep's future is unclear. We don't know the extent of her injuries yet, nor do we know the fate yet of her other missing family members. But for now, as these two rescue workers embrace, you can hear one saying, "Let it out. Hug me as hard as you can."